Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Priyanka. I am a law of attraction practitioner and an energy healer. On my channel, I post videos to do with law of attraction techniques, energy healing and meditation techniques, spell work, moon work. So if you're interested in these things, then do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the bell icon. Do like and share my videos. So it's taken me a week to come back with my new video because I have been a little busy. But however, the subject of today's video was already on my mind and I wanted to do this for the last 5 days. And finally, today I thought that no, whatever happens, I am going to take time out and do this video and quickly post this. Okay. So today we are going to discuss relationships. We are going to talk about how do we heal relationships. Now, before we get into the technique, in terms of how do we, heal some specific relationships where we are facing some problems or we want them to become better. Before that, I want to set some background and context to the conversation. Now, what will this context cover? The context will mainly cover what is a relationship, the definition of a relationship, and we will also talk about the purpose of relationships in our lives. Okay, so let's start with what is a relationship. Now, as my coach puts it very beautifully, he says that relationships are parts of us that we have disowned. Parts of us that we have disowned. Now, this sounds a bit confusing, I know that. So I'll explain this taking an example. Okay, let's say you have a certain relationship with a certain individual, and that particular individual, whenever they come into your experience, you feel uncomfortable. You don't like them. You don't feel easy around them. And the reason for that is they get angry very quickly. Okay, and that's the reason you don't like them so much. Okay, now, the way to look at it is this relationship is only acting as a mirror, as a reflection for who you are. Okay, and not just this relationship, every relationship that we have with anybody, with parents, with siblings, with friends, colleagues, is a reflection of some part of us. Okay, so let me explain this further now. Now, if this person is making you uncomfortable because he or she gets angry very quickly, it is now time for you to understand in which sector, in which compartment of your life are you either getting very angry or are suppressing anger. Okay, I will take one more example from my life personally. So I used to get very irritated, with people who are clumsy, who are not orderly, who don't keep things in proper place, okay, keep things scattered. And I used to get really, really annoyed, really mad with people like this, okay. And this used to drive me nuts until I knew that relationships are a reflection of me. And when I went through this reflection theory of relationships, I realized that as a child, I have seen my mother, who is a homemaker, being very, neat, keeping the house very neat. In my parental house, there was nothing which was not orderly. Every single thing had a place of its own and it would never get disturbed. Even if it gets disturbed by any one of us, my mother would quickly place it back. Now, growing up with my mom, I have somewhere in my subconscious mind started to believe, because you have to remember that children idolize their parents no matter what, whether consciously or subconsciously. In my mind, I have made a belief system that it is good only to be orderly. If somebody is not orderly, it means they are not up to the mark. They are not good enough. They aren't worthy. They are not fit. Okay. I haven't made this belief system consciously, but unconsciously I have picked this up. And therefore, for me, at times in my adult life, I am a working woman. So I have to balance my time with my work and home. And I don't get so much time to keep things in order at home. At times when I would be very tired, or I would be having a long day at work, and I would see at home there are certain things which are scattered around. I would actually feel like being clumsy. However, that one belief system, that little voice in my head would tell me, no, if you leave it just like this, you are not good enough. You have to clean this up and now. Okay, so, and I would do that. I would get irritated because my body is giving up. I don't want to do it. I'm too tired. I have too many things from work running in my head, and I don't want to do it. But that little voice in my head is not allowing me to rest. Okay. So therefore, since I'm not allowing myself that comfort to be clumsy at times, which is okay, I cannot tolerate anybody who's able to be clumsy in front of me. Okay, so this is how you need to do this exercise. It's a very interesting exercise. Just do it. Pick up any one person who is really irritating you at the moment. Just pick up that one person, understand, think through why you are getting irritated or uncomfortable, identify that emotion, and then figure out in your life, in which sector of your life are you doing the same. Okay, so that's about what relationships are. Okay, it is just a reflection of some part of us. Okay, it's a reflection. It's not about the other person, it's about us. They are only reflecting back what we are. Okay, now the next part is what is the purpose of relationships? Now, I didn't want to, in the initial plan, I didn't plan that this part will be, covered in my video. Until a few days back, I came across another YouTuber's video, and beautifully, it is Synchro Shakti. So this is, of course, thanks to Karthika Nair. It's from her video. It's very beautifully put up, that the purpose of relationships is not to make us happy. We often feel that any relationship, when we are children, we want to make friendships so that we can have fun together. Somebody can give us fun, okay? And when we grow older, we want to get into a romantic relationship because we want to feel loved. We have children so that we feel supported, we feel cared for, okay? And again, we feel loved. So we always tend to believe that relationships are there to offer us happiness and care and love and assurance and all of these good emotions, these move towards emotions that we want to feel. But the reality is, relationships are not there to make us happy or give us any feeling of, or generate any feeling within ourselves, okay? The moment you give the power to make you happy to another person, you are actually giving them the power to make you unhappy, very, very unhappy. And this is not because people are bad, people are always like this, they always fail you, they always disappoint you. It's not like that. It's just that every human being has been created by the Creator in that form so that we are able to take care of our own individual needs, our own emotional requirements. So we have to think of ourselves. People will always think about themselves. They are not made or built or born to give you happiness. Everybody has to look for their own happiness. Then, what is the purpose of relationships? Relationships are there so that we can live more conscious lives. We can become more conscious. So again, this comes back to the first point that we discussed. What are relationships? So relationships are there so that they can identify, they can show the mirror to us. We can identify the areas which are hurting for us and need healing. Okay, so that once we are aware, yes, this emotion is hurting, I need to go deeper and clean. Then you go, and only once you have the awareness, then you can go and clean. So relationships are there to bring you that message. Hence, every time you have somebody, pushing your buttons, don't blame the messenger. They are only messengers. take the message from them, thank the messenger for the message, okay? Bless them for the message that you have received, and then work on the message, work on yourself for that particular message, okay? So this was the context setting for today's discussion. Now let's jump into the techniques that we can use to heal and see results, very good results in any relationship that is of importance to us, and we want to work this out, okay? So the first important technique, the first step for this is, you must understand that the longest, the most meaningful relationship that you will ever have with anyone during your lifetime on this earth plane is the relationship that you share with yourself. Isn't this true? So from the time you are born till the time you leave this earth plane, the only one person who will continue to be with you in every single moment is you yourself, right? And very often, this is the relationship we abuse so much. We don't care about this relationship that we have with ourselves. We take it for granted. We never even turn around and give it any importance. We think, I mean, we behave as if it doesn't even exist. And sometimes we are not even aware that there is a relationship like that which exists, right? So the first important thing is heal your relationship with yourself. How will you do that? One affirmation that you must do for a minimum of 21 days, twice a day. Morning, when you wake up, along with your LOA lifestyle that you will follow with your regular affirmations. Once in the morning, once in the night, minimum for 21 days. Okay, till it starts taking effect inside your mind and body. So what is the affirmation? It's a very simple one. Place your right hand on your heart, and you can do it right now with me. Okay, place your right hand on your heart and say, I love and accept myself no matter what. I love and accept myself irrespective of my circumstances. I love and accept myself whether anybody else loves me or not. These are the three things that you must repeat once in the morning, once in the night. It's best if you do it while brushing in the morning, before you brush, looking at the mirror. Okay, you look at yourself, the effect of it is much better. Okay, so this is something you need to do for 21 days. Now let's come to the second step. The second step onwards, till the fifth step, we are going to talk about any specific relationship of your choice that you want to work on. Either you want to make it better or you want to mend some relationship. So choose a person with whom you have a relationship and you want to work on that relationship in making it better or healing that relationship or maybe getting a peaceful closure to that relationship. It can also be about a person who's no longer there with you. Okay, it could be a person who's living but no longer with you. It could also be a person who is no longer on this earth plane. Okay, but you have some things to mend with them. It can be anybody. So what do? You start with taking a few deep breaths, calm your mind down. I have described in one of my videos, I spoke about the 4 square method of breathing. Okay, you breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, and on that emptiness, you again hold for a count of 4. You do this for about a minute and a half. This will calm you down instantly. Close your eyes and think of one individual with whom you have a relationship, but you want to mend it or you want it to become better. Imagine this person standing in front of you and visualize the relationship that you share with this person. Let all the emotions that you feel for this person start coming up, okay, in your visualization. Now pick up that one emotion that is really, really troubling you. It could be anger, it could be irritation, it could be hatred, it could be rage, okay? Identify that relationship. Once you identify that relationship, once you identify that emotion, so identify that emotion. Once you identify that emotion, now with your eyes closed, continue to imagine a 3D version of this emotion. You can see a geometrical figure, you can see something asymmetrical, whatever. But just observe the color, the texture, the feel of it. Make it, move in a 3D manner so that you can visualize it in a 3D space. Okay, do this in your visualization. Once you have seen that or observed that emotion for quite some time, now is the second step that you need to do. And what is that? You need to do the Ho'oponopono prayer chanting for this emotion, not for this person, but for this emotion. Okay, I haven't spoken about doing Ho'oponopono for an emotion, for a particular emotion, but today I will, briefly touch upon that, and anybody can do it. Okay, there are more details to it, but you can start this way. Okay, this is a lesson from advanced Ho'oponopono. So let's say it is rage, or let's say it is insecurity. Okay, you feel very insecure. Whenever you are with this person, you feel insecure. Okay, for whatever reasons, or this person makes you feel, insecure. So again, once again, put your right hand on your heart. And how do you do a Ho'oponopono prayer for a particular emotion? This is how. I am sorry, universe, that I'm feeling this emotion of insecurity. Thank you, universe, for making me aware of this feeling of insecurity that I'm experiencing. Please forgive me, universe, for experiencing this insecurity. I give love to this emotion of insecurity. Okay, and as you say this with closed eyes, just imagine a white light coming from the center of your heart towards this 3D version of this emotion and just dissolving it. Continue this Ho'oponopono prayer for a minute or two till you come to a centered place where you are balanced. You are not feeling that intensity of that particular emotion anymore. You are balanced. It's neither positive nor negative. Okay, and it's very easy. If you just do it for a minute, minute and a half, max of 2 minutes, Ho'oponopono for max of 2 minutes on this emotion, you will come to that stage very, very quickly. Just don't give up. Okay, that's the next point. What's the third step? Now, this individual that you are working on the relationship for, identify, take your journal and write down 10 positive aspects of this individual. Trust me, you may, at the moment you hear me say this, many of you will think that, this particular person, I can never, he or she doesn't have anything positive. That's how people usually feel. And I feel that way too. But the moment I start writing down good things about this person, trust me, a sudden realization comes, oh my God, there's so much to this person other than just that one thing I'm focusing on. Okay, maybe they look good, maybe their smile is good, maybe they have a good physique, maybe they are very timely and punctual, maybe they are very disciplined. Maybe they are very conscious about what they eat, about their food patterns. Maybe they are very conscious about their exercise patterns. So start writing anything positive about this person that comes to your mind. Write down 10 positive aspects. Okay. Now, once you're done writing these 10 positive aspects, then what you do is close your eyes and send positive vibes and blessings to this person. You can send it in this way, saying that I know that we have not been doing very well. Our relationship is not doing very well, or is not where I want it to be. But I want to let you know that I would like to have peace and light and love in our relationship. I would like to have security and acceptance and love in our relationship. I am sending you great vibes. I'm sending you great blessings. Okay, just do this for a minute. Continue to do this for a minute, and imagine, when you are doing this with closed eyes, imagine that a white light is flowing away from you in that direction. Trust me, this works wonderfully, because subconsciously, all of us are the same. There is only one universal mind. We are only extensions of that. So it works both ways. When you send some positive vibe, even if the person is very far, they get it because they are connected to the same one universal mind. And if you send negative vibes to a person, even if the person doesn't know it, they actually receive that vibe. Okay, so be conscious about what kind of vibes you want to send out to people. If you do this, except for that, the first part, which I said, which is about self-love, which is about your affirmation, about loving yourself, you have to do that for 21 days for a particular relationship from the second step onwards. That is identifying a person, identifying the emotion that you feel for them, and then, doing all of these steps that I told you. You need to do this for 3 days consecutively. You need to do this for 3 days. And I can guarantee you, some people even get results within 12 hours, within 24 hours. They will suddenly see a huge shift in the relationship with this person. It could be anybody. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling, a child, a partner, a friend. It could be anybody, a colleague, anybody. You will see significant, change in that relationship. Okay. Now, one more point before I close. This has become quite a long video, but I really need to leave you with this thought. Otherwise, it will not be complete. This is from my experience and learning. When you are trying to heal a particular relationship, okay, just leave the outcome to the universe. Okay. At one point in time, I remember I was feeling very negative about a certain individual in my life. Okay. And I had seen that person maybe just for 45 minutes and many, many years back. And since then, I was not feeling comfortable with them. I was not feeling comfortable. Okay. So when I started this practice with this particular person in mind, and I was sending good vibes to this person, somewhere in my mind, I started having an expectation that, okay, this person probably will get in touch with me somehow, or somehow I will get to meet this person. And when I meet this person, we will reconcile. Okay, we will say, okay, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Okay, whatever has happened in the past, it's okay. Now let's come back to the present and it's all good. It's all peaceful between us. We are accepting each other as people. Okay. Now, this was there in my mind for quite some time while I was doing this exercise. And trust me, that didn't happen. That left me very frustrated and feeling that, does it mean it doesn't work? Because how do I know that this person has really forgiven me and this relationship between her and me has healed? How do I know that? Okay. And it is much later I learned that when you are trying to heal a relationship, one of two things can happen. Either that person will come back to your life and it will be a much better relationship than you have shared previously with that person. Or if that person is not meant for you, then the universe will just take both of you apart. Okay? Trust the universe to do the right thing. Maybe the person is just not in the right vibrational frequency to be in your vicinity and come together as a person. You both are not meant to come together as a person and reconcile. But please be assured that this is all done. It is all healed. Once you pass on this message, this good vibe, it is all done. Just believe it's all done. So don't look for physical reconciliations of relationships. Sometimes you will get different results and it means you have got 100% results. Okay, so it doesn't mean that, okay, this person didn't come back to me or didn't contact me, or I couldn't get in touch with this person, so it's not working. Okay, I wanted to leave you with this last one thought. This is my favorite subject because we are, a lot about us is about the company we keep and the relationships we have in life, right? Our relationship with our parents, with our friends, with our colleagues. A large part of us is our relationships. A lot of who we are our relationships, and hence it is my personal favorite subject. I did this video with a lot of love and with the intent that each one of you watching this video will be able to help yourselves after going through these techniques, and you will get phenomenal results in your life in any relationship that you want to work on. Okay, with this I will close this video, and until my next video, bye. However, if you like this video, if you do this technique, I highly recommend you do this technique, please, and you see results, please come back to this video and you can post your comments. If you also want to write to me personally, you can write onto my email address, which is there in the channel description. Okay, all right, till then, you have a good day. Bye bye.